provinces are stepping up to manage Canada's border security due to perceived federal neglect, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre said Thursday. He criticized Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, blaming his policies for a surge in illegal border crossings and escalating border chaos.
There's a bit of the normal of niches if the government needs to pass new spending to better secure its borders. Would you support that?
Why haven't they done it? They broke the border. Justin Trudeau broke the border. We didn't have these problems before Justin Trudeau. We didn't have Roxham Road before Justin Trudeau. We didn't have these illegal border crossings before Justin Trudeau. We didn't have, the number of asylum claims have gone from 10,000 to over 200,000 under Justin Trudeau, more than 20-fold increase. All the chaos at our border is the result of Justin Trudeau. It's his job to come up with a plan today. You know what we're seeing now, though, is that because the Prime Minister has vacated the border and turned it open to anyone who wants to come in, the premiers are now taking responsibility for our border. Trudeau wants to be in charge of all these provincial areas of jurisdiction, and yet he's not taking care of the one federal job that is most the responsibility of the federal government, which is the border. So we have Quebec sending in the Sources of Quebec, their police force, to secure the border. Yet Premier Smith, common sense leader, is proposing to use drones, provincial drones, and other police law enforcement measures from her province to secure the borders there. I understand Doug Ford is looking at something similar. So now, because Trudeau has so thoroughly broken the border, we're getting a patchwork of premiers who have no choice but to try and hold the border together with bubble gum, scotch tape, and elastic bands. Just everything is broken after Justin Trudeau. We need a carbon tax election to fire him and bring in a strong prime minister who can rebuild our borders.
Because Trudeau has so thoroughly broken the border, we're getting a patchwork of premiers holding it together with bubblegum, scotch tape, and elastic bands, Poilievre said during a press conference. He referenced Roxham Road in Quebec, a known site for asylum seekers, as a symbol of Ottawa's mismanagement. Poilievre highlighted actions by provincial leaders, such as Alberta Premier Danielle Smith's proposal to deploy drones and additional police resources at the Montana border, and Ontario Premier Doug Ford's collaboration with U.S. agencies to enhance enforcement on waterways. Quebec Premier François Legault also announced patrols by the Sûreté du Québec along the Canada-U.S. border. The criticisms come as U.S. President-elect Donald Trump announced plans to impose 25% tariffs on Canadian and Mexican goods, citing inadequate border security and drug trafficking. U.S. Customs and Border Protection reported over 23,000 illegal border crossing attempts from Canada in the past fiscal year, more than double the previous year. Despite the rising numbers, fentanyl seizures at the Canadian border remain a fraction of those intercepted along the U.S.-Mexico border. Still, Trump's pledge has sparked urgency in addressing migration and drug smuggling concerns. On Wednesday night, the federal government pledged additional funding for the Canada Border Services Agency and the RCMP after an emergency meeting between Trudeau and provincial premiers. Public Safety Minister Dominic LeBlanc and Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland offered no specific details or timeline for the new measures. We didn't have these problems before Justin Trudeau, Poilievre said, urging stronger federal leadership to rebuild Canada's border system.